So Unit 13 has is all working with fractions and decimals. So we're going to be converting from fractions to decimals, from decimals to fractions, adding, multiplying, subtracting, and dividing fractions, word problems with fractions, all that good stuff. This mostly should all be reviewed from 5th grade is when you started fractions, right? Okay, so especially addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division should be reviewed for you guys, so it shouldn't take us too long to get through this. So the first thing we're going to be looking at is adding and subtracting fractions. What we want to do is we're going to convert any mixed numbers to an improper fraction. Okay, the reason why we want to change them to an improper fraction is improper fractions are a little bit easier for us to work with. And when we start doing multiplication and division, we're going to have to change everything to improper fractions anyway, so we might as well be doing the same steps every single time. Okay? So, step 2, after everything is in one fraction, we need to make sure that we have a common what? Denominator. So we need to get a common denominator. Okay, so we're going to get a common denominator for both fractions because remember we are adding and subtracting, not multiplying and dividing. So we need common denominators here. Okay. When we are adding and subtracting fractions, what part do we add or subtract, the numerator or the denominator? The numerator. We're going to add or subtract the numerator. So you add or subtract the numerator. Do we do anything with the denominator? No, we keep the denominator. Okay, so remember, for addition or subtraction, we don't do anything with the denominators after we have common denominators. Okay? So make sure that you don't try to add or subtract the denominators. Okay, let's do a problem. Example 1. 4 over 15 plus 1 over 15. Do I have common denominators? Yes, so I'm just going to add straight across. 4 plus 1 gives me 5. Keep the denominator over 15, and I'm done, yes? No. No, I have to do what? Reduce. What is 5 and 15 reduced by? 1/3. We can divide both by 5, which gives me 1 over 3. Okay, example 2. 1 over 5 plus 1 over 2. Question, do I have a common denominator? No, so I need to get a common denominator. So what I'm going to do is I'm first just going to set it up so it looks exactly the same. What is my common denominator going to be? 10. 10. 5 goes into 10 and 2 also goes into 10. Okay, so to get the denominator of 10, I need to multiply 5 by what? By 2. And remember, I multiply the top and the bottom. So 2 times 1 gives me 2. What do I multiply the second fraction by? 5. Good. So 1 times 5 is going to give me 5. So 1/5 plus 1/2 is the same as saying 2 over 10 plus 5 over 10, yes? Okay, what do I do next? Add them straight across. So that's going to be 2 plus 5 gives me 7 over 10. Can I reduce that at all? Nope, so that's my answer. Yeah? You guys good? Okay, try example 3 by yourselves. So, do I have common denominators? No. What is my common denominator going to be, Preston? 12. Good. Okay, so I'm going to write 12 here. Kim, what do I need to multiply 3 over 4 by to get 12? I want the denominator to be 12. 4 times what's going to give me 12? 3. So I multiply the top and the bottom by 3. Everybody, 3 times 3 gives me? 9. Okay, what do I multiply by to get 12 on the right-hand side? Michael? 4. Good. 1 times 4 gives me? 4. Okay, Kayla, what's my next step? Add 9 and 4. What does that give me? 13 over 12. Is it okay to leave my answer like this?
No.
In this case, it is. Yes. So 13 over 12 is my answer. Okay? The nice thing about subtraction is it works exactly the same way as addition. So I need to get a common denominator here. It is not 48. There is a smaller one. Who can figure it out? Chantel? It is 24. Okay. What do I multiply 8 by to get 24? 3. So I'm going to multiply top and bottom by 3. So what does that give me? 21 over 24. What do I multiply 6 by to get 24? 4. 5 times 4 gives me? 20. And then the exact same thing. I just subtract straight across. What is 21 minus 20? 1. So that answer is going to be 1 over 24. Okay? Still with me, guys?
Yep.
Okay, try example 5 by yourself. 5 over 6 minus 2 over 15. Who can tell me what is the common denominator? Connor. 30. Good. So I'm going to fill it in first. Okay, what do I multiply 6 by to get 30, Danielle? 6. 6 times what gives me 30?
Oh my gosh.
5. So I multiply the top and bottom by 5. So what does that give me? What over 30?
25.
Good, 25 over 30. Okay. What do I multiply 15 by to get 30? Audrey? 2. Good. Okay, so that is 2 times 2, which gives me? 4. So what is my next step? Rolene, what's my next step? Subtract 25 and 4, so that gives me 21 over 30. And I'm done. Yes?
No.
Does it reduce?
Yep.
It does. What does 21 and 30 both reduce by? 3. So we can divide both of these by 3. 21 divided by 3 gives me 7. And 30 divided by 3 gives me 10. So my answer is 7 over 10. Okay. All right. So what happens when we have a mixed number? Okay. I want you guys to write yourselves a note off to the side. If the problem has mixed numbers, so if the problem has mixed numbers, then I want your answer to be a mixed number. So the answer must be a mixed number. And this is only for addition or subtraction. Once we get to multiplication and division, you can change it to leave it as an improper fraction. Okay, but since we're working with mixed numbers, let's have our answer in mixed numbers as well. Okay, so we're just going to practice some converting from mixed numbers to improper fractions. Does anybody remember how to do that? Brittany? I multiply the whole number and the denominator, and then what do? And then I add them. So what is 3 times 5? 15 plus 4 gives me? 19. So this is 19 over, do you guys remember? Over 5. Plus 2 times 10 gives me what? 20 plus 7? 27 over 10. So this is 19 over 5 plus 27 over 10. Now I'm ready to add straight across. Do I have common denominators? No. What will my common denominator be? 10. 5 and 10 both go into 10. What do I need to multiply this guy by to get 10 in the denominator? By 2. So we're going to multiply the top and bottom by 2. 19 times 2 gives me 38. What about 27 and 10? Does it change?
No.
Nope, it stays the same because we already have a denominator of 10. So let's add straight across now. 38 plus 27 gives me 65 over 10. And then we need to put our answer back in a mixed number. 10 goes into 65 how many times? 6 times whole. What's the remainder? 5 over 10. Does that reduce at all?
Yes.
It does. It reduces to 6 and 1/2. Good job. Now you guys learned this in 5th grade and in 6th grade, so this should not be new to any of you. So what I want you to do is try example 7 by yourselves, please. Cameron, what do I do first? Not yet, not common denominators. We have to change it to what? Not a mixed number, but improper fraction. How do I change 1 and 11 over 12 to an improper fraction? Okay, so what does that give me? 23 over 12, right? Plus, Jeffrey, what about 2 and 5, 6? What does that change to? 17 over 6, yep. Okay, so 2 times 6 is 12, plus 5 is 17. Okay, so what's my next step? Josh, what's my next step? Find a common denominator. Do you know what it is? It's going to be 12. Good. Okay, let's see. Christina, what do I do to 23 over 12? It stays the same. Excellent. What about 17 over 6?
You have to multiply times 2.
Good. I have to multiply by 2 because 6 times 2 is what gives me 12. 17 times 2, I'm not going to make you guys do it. It's what? 34. Okay, let's do it. Okay, next step. Sure, what's my next step? Not divide. We add. Okay, 23 over 34, guys. What does that give me? 57 over 12. Okay, does anybody know how many times 12 goes into 57? Total? 4. And Cameron, what's the remainder is 9, so that's going to be 4 and 9 12. Does 9 over 12 reduce? Yeah, by what?
3.
By 3. So we can divide by 3. So that's going to give me 4 and 3/4. Good job, guys.